Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the 1111 Media Creator Academy. We're still learning how to do this live business. I'm not even going to lie to you. We've been trying for 4 minutes to get on here, and it said that YouTube deleted our live stream, and we weren't the happiest of the campers. But we're here with you now, and we're rocking, we're rolling. My name is Ben Richardson. I am the president and founder of 1111 Media Creator Academy, and this is.
I'm Bree Bolton. I am working at 1111 Media Creator Academy.
She's the vice president of content creation. She is being
I just
very
work here.
humble. I just work here. She's like, I don't like no fancy titles up in here. We're really glad that you guys are with us tonight. We're so glad that you have decided to join us for our live. Hopefully, you are enjoying what we got here. Hopefully, we got this going on. To be honest, the one that we have saved looks like it is not live right now, Bree.
Oh, great.
Hopefully,
this one replaces it.
I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to. So yeah, this is interesting. We're gonna have to figure this out. Yeah, it doesn't even. It has like a weird.
It has nothing.
It has nothing. It is nothing. It says notify people. Live chat. It says 3 people are waiting on the other one.
Oh, great.
We're gonna get this sorted out, folks. We're gonna get it better. We're gonna do some testing. Our vice president of content creation is gonna do some testing to figure out what's going on here. But we do have some really cool stuff that we are wanting to show you tonight. Hopefully, we can get StreamYard to stop being a bag of stuff. And I'm gonna blame Amazon, whatever it's called, AWS, and see if we can blame that, to be honest. But yeah, so welcome. Here we go. Did you just add that?
Yep.
So, okay. So we're sorry if you are waiting on the other one. You might as well go ahead and just delete that one because we know it's going to be worthless, Bree.
Gotcha.
And put in the bat signal, to come over here, I guess. So again, do apologize on that, folks. We're going to get this figured out. I just got back from having a umbilical hernia surgery a couple of weeks ago. And so that definitely slowed us down. That's why we weren't here last week. Bree had some personal stuff going on in the fam, but it's all good in the fam. And we're doing well now. I just got back from Orlando for a producing gig that was down there doing the National Dog Show. It's going to be airing on ABC on December 28th. You can see some dogs prancing around the ring. I'm not going to give away who wins because I'm not a jerk.
You need to know.
Later. So yeah. So Bree, what are we talking about tonight? What's going on? Give me some of the 411.
So tonight we are talking about a couple of things that I thought were interesting, personally, honestly, is 2 of the most consumer-friendly AI video gens right now on the market as of today, I think.
Consumer friendly. Like, what do you mean when you say consumer friendly?
So by consumer friendly, I mean like you can pull a baseline computer out of the box from like Best Buy or Walmart or whatever and start loading videos up that day. Most of the like bigger models that we talk about are, kind of souped up. You can do like 1K, 2K, 4K videos, and it might not be so compatible with someone who has an entry level PC. So I thought about talking about the consumer friendly ones. It would, you know, allow more people to enjoy these video gems or be able to create stuff.
I see. So, is there a reason, in your opinion, that because a lot of these video, image and video generators are online based. So, is there a particular reason, in your opinion, that folks need to have, you know, a computer, something that is consumer friendly in that way? Or can you explain that a little bit more?
Well, the biggest thing is input and output, right? Like it's about the videos that you can save onto your computer from these things. Although they are online based, that stuff doesn't stay online. You're gonna want to save those things. You're gonna want to download them, take them to other things, and maybe make a move. You don't know if you're gonna make a complete video. People making complete movies with things. So these are supposed to be more lightweight in the way that they generate the videos so that when you bring them onto your computer, you can keep a usable resolution and it doesn't degrade as much as it would with like cute, bigger models, like, you know.
Okay, yeah. So, like a heavier model, like VO 3.1, you know, or
Exactly.
Sora 2, where we're
Right.
looking at having the, you know, the highest resolution, biggest quality possible. So, what we're looking at then today is, this is not for the folks that are, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bree. This is not for the folks that are looking for the heaviest Kodak and the best thing. We're looking for someone that can, what in the world? We're looking for a model. We're looking at a model that is easy to use for maybe either beginners or folks that doesn't have a powerful computer, that want to be able to utilize AI video without maybe stuttering or it getting lagging behind or anything like that. Am I correct on that? Or
Right. That's basically exactly what it is. You are
okay.
correct.
So tell us, pray tell, what is this this model that we're looking at here?
So the first one we're going to be looking at is now I'm going to butcher this, so no one tell on me. Is it Hunwan
Hunyan?
Hunwan Hunyan? Okay,
I don't
video
know.
1.5.
Okay,
uh,
so
can you share your screen
Hunyan.
or
Sure, I can. I can.
yeah?
What am I sharing my screen of? Are we going to look at this? Do you have press releases? Like, what are we looking at
So
here?
on their website, HunyuanVideo X, there is a key features tab. I can read them off if you would like, or we can share the screen. I'm not
Yeah, and
sure if
if you
there's going
have
to
it,
be.
please, you know, again, absolutely have that. Whatever you need to do there, if it's
I can see if
so
I can share mine.
yeah,
You
you
want me
should be
to?
able to. You just do that, you share it, you do a little plus little monitor there, and then you got to make sure to put it onto the stage.
All right, plus monitor.
hmm I'm watching some yoga over here on their webpage, so
Oh,
I hope that's the right one. Did that work?
think so. Allow share window. Share this window.
You did the whole thing.
And then,
There we go.
can you see it?
Add here. I'm going to add it to stage. There we go. All
There
right.
we go.
So tell us what we're looking at here.
All right, so these are the key features of HunyuanVideo 1.5. And as you can see here, it says it's top visual quality, multi-style rendering, smooth motion, and precise controllability, powered by a lightweight HunyuanVideo 1.5 all-in-one AI video generation model.
hmm
So this is basically what this is for, is being a lightweight version of like its major competitors. It's supposed to like be like a strong like competitor. So what they have like listed here as their key features is strong instruction following. So it's accurate bilingual prompt execution, text to video, image to video, and you also have actions of Hunyan I2V. I surely hope I'm saying that right. That's crazy. Enabling reliable screen control in an all-in-one pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
So we have natural cinematic camera movements, we have smooth motion generation, and physics compliance, of course, to make everything more realistic and stuff like that. Uh, it's supposed to be like detailed expression fidelity, multi-style support. So like you can go from like anime to cinematic to realistic to animation or whatever you need to. It does have a lot of aesthetics for the cinematics already. It also does like titles and like things for like text rendering. And then, of course, the high image video consistency, where it's supposed to let you transfer those styles over like multiple sequences and not degrade. So
Okay.
you do have some examples here of pictures that they have generated in video. I'm going to click on some of these and see if we can see some. All of it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of moving at the same time here.
Mm-hmm.
Like this cup of coffee. Here's a
Mm-hmm.
robot.
Oh,
There's a
cat's
cat.
going to eat it. Cat's going to eat that robot. Stealing my
There's an
food.
anime girl in the rain and an umbrella. It's not really raining.
You know, you got to be
Walking down the
prepared.
street.
It could be.
Yeah, it could be. There's like a 1930 sleuth feeling.
It's feeling. All right.
Whale in the
1930s
sky.
sleuth feeling.
That's
Mother
it.
junker.
Like going to solve some mysteries. There's a whale in the sky over a city, so fantastical elements can be achieved. I can see that here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least they're touting it can. Uh, this is just a video of a car moving, so that's very basic, but I do see a lot of consistency in this motion though. And then here is a couple under an umbrella. So it's again not raining. They're just prepared and walking into a bar.
Okay. Okay.
So some of the core capabilities of this model, HunyuanVideo 1.5, uh, is it's optimized lightweight structure and architecture. It uses something called DIT plus 3D VAE, which I have what that means somewhere.
Okay. So it says here 1080p super resolution enhancement. Um, so I'm looking here and it looks like
Yeah,
natively you can only do 540p and 720p, which may be to the detriment, when we teach in the school not to go really down to 540p. So if you have to do 720p, I think that for me, that there's a balance between keeping it lightweight and keeping it usable. And you want to keep it usable because if it's too low quality, then how are you going to have it be the standard that you need for the purposes that you may need it for, right?
right,
So to me, we got to be really careful. And I love your passion about this model, but we got to be really careful about, like, are we getting this to be too low a quality? And is this something that is still usable? And yeah, I'd be interested to hear, based on your findings here, what your thoughts are on that. And if we deduce, not deduct, but deduce rather, um, if we find that it is usable, if we should use it or if we should pitch it. This is something that we can't really recommend. So I'm interested to see what the hypothesis is here.
right. So when I picked these, you're gonna be mad at me. I didn't pick it for us. Okay. So as a school, I feel like we're going to be pushing the higher models to get the absolute top tier, best thing you can get to make the best style video that you can at the moment. Who I
Mm-hmm.
picked it for is people who may necessarily want to use them, but can't get a hold or use those high end models. Like, I understand that there is a limit on what we can do, you know, for things to look good and things like that. But most of the time, what I tend to see is people using these video models for content creation just on those platforms, like quick little skits and things like that, and not necessarily to push to like big things and do like big things with. So this is, I feel is like this is a great like playground for people to get started and get used to video creation on whatever kind of software or hardware that they have. And then when
Mm-hmm.
they're ready to move forward, then they jump into things like us who are more premium people, and we teach them how to get into the bigger things.
Okay, very good. Now let's talk. Let me get go ahead and get through how much more of the release notes are there for this.
So there is some use cases down here, which
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to talk about,
Okay.
because I feel like that was is basically just what I talked about, but these are like more detailed. So like short video content creation, marketing and business content, you know, people just starting out, people, you know, still building audience and stuff like that. Branding and creator content, creative production and filmmaking. You're not going to be making a Michael Bay film, but you
Thank
might be
goodness.
making, exactly. And it might be on par, Ben, with Michael Bay.
Michael
But you
Bay, if
might
you're
be
watching
making,
this, you just got served.
Michael, if you're watching this, I sincerely apologize. Go
I
ahead
don't
and call
make
me.
do better.
Go
Do better, Mike.
ahead and call me. We can set up a meeting. We'll have
The joke
lunch.
will set up a
Uh,
meeting. This is the show.
this is it. So, yeah, they're not necessarily making Hollywood style things. They're
Hmm.
more making short films and skits and things like that, which are more accessible to be quite frank, teenage people and people not necessarily well equipped to buy their own things.
Hmm.
Um, so it also says that it has educational and training materials that they teach you how to like create videos, how to ideate prompts and stuff like that. So this is like a very like watered down version of what we already do, and I guess that's what I found like so fascinating, because um it's usable. You know, it's usable by everybody. If my 8-year-old niece wanted to pick up a phone and start video creating, she could. Now she could with the bigger models, of course, but this one says that she can from her Amazon tablet. So, you know, she doesn't necessarily need a big computer. So I guess that's why I found it fascinating.
So
And I think that's the last thing on here.
So what we're really talking about here, folks, is the nimbleness again, because a lot of these systems are online based. They're not going to be using your computing power when they're generating. However, once they are created and you want to download them, what Bree's talking about, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bree, is once they're generated, once they're downloaded, how are you using them? Are you editing them together? Are you uploading them for different social media, needs or whatnot? And it's the nimbleness of how you can use them on your machine, whether it's a tablet or a low-end computer. You don't need something fancy to handle a 4K video that may stutter on a tablet. And at the same time, we're looking at something that is approachable from a price standpoint, so that VIA 3.1 costs about $3 to $3.50 per iteration. Sora 2 can cost as low as $3, but as much as $9 per video generation. Is very, very expensive. So let's talk a little bit about price and why these models. Yes, I've talked about, man, it only comes in 540 and 720p. Well, 720p can be usable. So let's talk a little bit about these prices here. And Bria, looks like you got, what is this? We got the starter, the standard, the pro, and the enterprise. These don't look like subscription. It says one-time credits. What's going on with this?
So these are, you're right. They are one-time credits to get. So this is something that you pay one time. It's not going to bill you every month. You get 1,000 credits in this starter one, and they say that the credits only cost 1 cent per credit. So theoretically you get about 1,000 times to try to make a video, which
Well,
I
that's not necessarily the case, because and this is why, this is why we look this stuff up for everybody, is all credit systems are not created equally. And so what they're saying is, here is 1,000 credits they're a penny a piece. You're paying a penny per credit. But if you actually dive into this, and it is super, super cheap, it is about 10 cents per 4-second video iteration. So that is, still really cheap. If you're looking at a cost, usually you got even Minimax or, Kling is now on the cheaper side. We're looking at that being 40 to 55 to 60 cents per generation. So this is, what is that? 80% cheaper at 10 cents for a 4-second generation. So yeah, really, really, really cheap. And if you are a real big computing nerd or whatnot, this, because it is lightweight, you can actually download this on like Hugging Face or Comfy UI and download it on your system, and then you don't pay for it at all. You're just using your GPU and compute time to generate, because you could then self-host it. And because its model weight is really, really light and it's open source, then you can use it for those needs really, really cheaply. So this is really a nice beginner model where it's cheap. If you don't want to download it, then like she's showing you right here, you can get this, and it says, it's just showing you that on the lower one. Go up a little bit, if you would. Yeah. So, and then the credits get even cheaper. It looks like it gets down to, what is that? Instead of a penny per credit, it's 9/10 of a penny,
yeah,
and then about 8.5 cents, 86% of 1 penny. And you can get it as cheap as 82% of 1 penny per credit there. And that's for the $12,000 one. And, again, at 10 cents per,
$12,000.
that's yeah. I mean, what is the math on that? How many videos would you get out of, if it's 10 cents, so it's 12,000. I'm not the best at math here, but it's 12,000 credits, and then you're getting, you do, what I say, it was 10 cents, right?
It's 10 cents.
So
what? And then you're getting 12,000 credits. Divided
that's
by
probably
10.
Wrong.
It's giving me 1,200. Okay.
Yeah,
so
1,200. Is that right?
Math is hard.
No.
Yeah. It's giving me
1,200.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Sorry, somebody's watching this just shaking their head, being like, "These poor
They're
saps."
like, "Oh my God."
We're filmmakers. We're not mathematicians.
Exactly. We work with words.
That's right.
It's either 1,200 or it's 120,000. I put 0.10 in.
So why did it go from 1,200? It's either that or 12,000, right?
Yeah. Well, when it was 10 cents, I just put 10 in,
Uh-huh.
and then it went to 12. It went to 1,200. So I put 0.10 as in 10 cents, and then it gave me 120,000. So.
Okay.
Listen, don't ask me to math. This is not me. This is not my part of the video.
Let's see. I'm going to consult the calculator. Yeah, I was right. It's 1,200 videos. Yeah, my math was right. Your math was also right. Just you
That
questioned your
was
own math.
that was me with the calculator. Just so you know.
Oh. So yeah, 1,200 videos. I mean, so what you guys could do really is if you want to get used to playing with this, right? There's different models out there. Obviously, right now, Meta AI is still free. You can still use that for image and video. But this is a great way that, if you want to have models, you want to get used to a different model. You don't have a monthly recurring subscription fee, but you can still play around for really, 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 really cheap. And this is going to help you practice your prompting, practice, how to get used to AI video and without costing an arm and a leg. Again, at 1,200 videos, if you spend $99, this might last you, I don't know, several months, right? This could last you 3 or 4 months where you're just having fun. I mean, that would be, if it was 4 months, that would be, what would that be? 300 videos a month.
Yeah.
That's
So
10 videos a day.
that's really substantial. And
That's
the way
almost
that they
1,000.
exactly the way that they push it, it's TikToks, YouTube shorts, reels. Those are things that people say in certain niches that you want 3 to 5 videos a day, like stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I can see it being like really usable for like things like that.
I got you. I got you. I
You
got you. Let's see
got
you over there. Well, that's really cool. I think that this is again, so what we're kind of trying to do here is we're showing you the gauntlet, right? This isn't the shiniest piece of treasure in the drawer if you are newest, latest, greatest, highest quality. This is a wonderful, approachable thing if you're just getting into AI video, if you're just wanting something cheap, you're wanting to not spend a ton, but maybe get a lot of post fodder, if you will, content made. And still have a decent quality. So this allows you to do that. Or if you decide to download it on your machine, it's free. Can't beat free.
you can't be
Um,
free.
so, again, is it VO 3.1? Is it, Minimax Helio 2 point whatever they're on now? 2.3. Is it Clean
2.3.
2.6? No, but also theirs aren't
No,
free.
this is true.
Is this true?
And not only is it not free, it costs to play around an arm and a leg. So, you
Sometimes.
know,
So this has
like
been
you
out.
said, I'm just showing the range of
And this has only been out a
generators.
month. So this was released last month, late last month, about a week before Thanksgiving. So this isn't like this has been on the market forever. This is still pretty new. You can do image to video, you can do text to video, like she's showing you there. It looks like it supports JPEG, PNG, and even WebP, which I find to be a pain in the keister. Because not a ton of things open it up. So you have to be like, okay, fine. So it's really nice. So which means you just download anything from the web if you needed to.
Right.
And so the duration here, 480 and 720, the duration is what, 5 and 10?
5, 8, and 10.
5, 8, and 10. So you guys can play around with that. But it's really, really nice. It's
That's
really
really
nice
it.
to be able to do that.
Oh Lord, it started. Can you hear that?
No, you must not have
Okay,
allowed.
okay. I
You
must
must.
not. I didn't share audio. I didn't
Yeah, I
expect
don't
there to
think
be
you shared.
audio. Yeah, but yeah, it's just something nice to play around with. I appreciate you for letting me talk about it.
That's kind of what we
I'm going
do.
to. That's right. I don't know how to
So
stop sharing my screen. Hang on just a
I
second.
got you.
There we go. Thank you so much.
I like to do the cha-cha.
Mhm. Mhm.
So guys, yeah, we offer several classes at the 1111 Media Creator Academy. We have a brand new class coming early next year, Intro to AI Film Consistent Characters. We teach you several different ways on how to have character consistency in the model so that you can keep your reoccurring character. It's really, really comprehensive. It's for beginners and intermediates. We're going to be putting together an advanced class after that one is complete, but this is going to be the perfect time to join and get this going so that you don't have to have the drift with your characters. And that's been a problem. And obviously, if you have, if you're a writer and you have a book and you have a main character, you don't want every time you generate something, that character to look a little bit different. And yeah, you can use something like One Image with Nano Banana, and it's going to do a decent amount of work on that. And we'll teach you how to do that with different prompts and to help keep that consistent with those low level models. But we're going to be teaching several different ways to keep the characters consistent. And right now you can actually pre-order the course. It's on sale. I think it's, what is it on sale for right now, Bree? Is it like
Right now, it is
$279?
on sale for $279 off of its
$279.
original price, which is $399.
So
So
if you
pretty
take
good
advantage
sale.
of it now, $279. It's a 2-week course. You get to own it. It's a standalone course. After it's live, you can revisit it as many times as you want to. For the holidays, our flagship courses, the AI film book trailers course, which was a huge hit, on sale for $11.99. It's an 8-week course. And you can take it and take as much time as you need, revisit each course. It's a standalone course. And then if you are interested, if you have an audiobook, if you're an author, we have AI visuals for your audiobook going live right now. You can get the standalone classes weeks, I think 1 through 5. We're on week 6 going through the live stuff right now, and catch up on there. We're doing chapter start videos. We're doing lo-fi loop videos. We're going to continue on with progress indicators and immersive overlays. This is something that's going to be really, really nice for you if you do have an audiobook or are thinking about getting one, because now you can be an entrepreneur. And so that's kind of what we have going on for the holidays. Both of those are on sale for $11.99. It's $400 off the regular price. They're 8 weeks a piece, and then you can do a bundle. Get the intro to AI film course for novelists, which right now is half off, I think. Only $99.
Right.
Only
Only
$99. And if
$99.
you subscribe to our newsletter and want to hear from us about once a week, there's a coupon in there where you can get 50% off, and that'll knock it down to about $50. You can't really beat that. And there's all sorts of goodies in the newsletter. We give you tips and tricks. We have partnerships, a growing number of partnerships, especially coming after the new year, that will have exclusive different deals and discounts for you guys. So, and then join us on our Discord. We have a free Discord where you can get on there and chat and just fun around, share what you've been learning. We really want to hear from you guys, not just here on YouTube, but on the Discord, in the classroom, and see how, what you're doing in the AI video world, what you're doing in the filmmaking world, and what those bridges are. So I'm big on community. I'm big on talking about this stuff and growing. So if you want to, on this page, subscribe and like. You can put on a little bell and get annoyed every time we go live. Hear us talk, get the latest and greatest, or the lightweight models that may be of interest to you. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to, and if not, it's all good.
Talk to us.
That's right.
We love you anyway.
But a couple of weeks ago, we had something else new come out. Seedream 4.5. I want to talk about Seedream. Let's talk about some Seedream. Can we talk about some Seedream?
We can definitely talk about some Seedream.
I'd love to talk about some Seedream. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen here. And some screens let you share audio. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes. Pop up.
There we go. So we should. Yep, there it is. Look at that.
Ooh.
So this, if you've never done this before, this is by ByteDance. These are the same folks that own TikTok. So what's great is you can really start having this in your ecosystem, because ByteDance, there's some metadata. Okay, anytime you use Cdance, which is ByteDance's video generation model, or Seedream, which is, of course, their image generation model. What you're able to do is there's metadata that's left in there. When you post that on TikTok specifically, there's some research to suggest that you get a slight bump because you're using their own ecosystem. So to me, this is worth kind of thinking about and looking at, right? So what this is let's take a look. Again, this only came out 2 weeks ago. This is fairly new. This is Sharp, and this is to compete with Nano Banana from Google Gemini. So let's look at this here. They're boasting consistency with reference images. So they're looking at preserving the reference image, facial features, lighting, color tone, and other detail, delivering professional editing capabilities. So again, like Nano Banana, now Seedream 4.5 is saying, hey, Nano Banana is not the only show in town. We can do it. And they're boasting that they can do it better, sharper, faster. Sounds like a Daft Punk song.
That's right.
Exactly. Ba-da, ba-da. So you can now also say, I want to outline this, only keep the character in the green outline, delete all the other characters. So if this is really busy and you want to change that, now you can. So this is the original generation. You can draw on it and say that, and it will magically say, okay, I understand what you're saying. I'm going to do that for you. So this is taking that. It's a smart enough model to understand what you want. And notice it even kept the, the snow kind of being picked up there, right? So I think that that's really, really interesting. On the same side of things, it says 3D render of this miniature world, night scene, dark blue sky, moonlight on the grass, warm orange light glowing from the windows of the yurts. So this is what the original one is. And now we're completely changing it to be nighttime, and it changes the lighting, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I think it's a little bright on the moonlight right here, personally. I don't know if you can see my cursor on that, but
Yeah, it's
it's a
like a
little
big
bright.
spotlight.
Yeah, like if they, so, I don't know if this did an amazing job on that, but overall it's good. I will also say here that you can still tell where the cloud was. It's darker for some reason without there being a cloud in the sky still. So I think right here, on this little hill, that's really doing a great job. But, honestly, I mean, this is nitpicking in the fact that you just changed this complete photo to change. So then you've got this, and check this out. So this is their big boast, and a lot of the models are starting to be able to do this, but this is really important to note, is that you can't get, it seems rare to get type font to be able to do what you want it to correctly. And they're boasting that it is, we'll have to look at the metrics. It's significantly better is what they're boasting. But here's the kicker is you can just with a simple prompt say, change this to this language, and it will do it. So this one here says translate the image into Chinese using a handwritten font with all the other content unchanged. It's a really simple font, but look at that. It goes from English to Chinese. If you speak Mandarin, you could tell me, does it still say bread with sesame seeds, fresh tomato size, all this stuff, or is it complete rubbish? I don't know. I just don't know. But so if you know that, chat, or anybody that ends up watching this video after it's live, would love to know if that's accurate or if I've been duped. Yeah, this is great. This is great. It says, you poor dumb American. I'm like, this is perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like the tattoos where people have like cheeseburger written on it. They're like, this means hope and
Yeah, this
love.
means hope. I had a guy, he thought it meant fire, and it actually apparently meant turd. He's like, it means fire. And the guy, a friend of mine was Asian. He goes, no, it means turd. It means doo-doo. And he's like, no, man, it means fire. And he's like, no, I can read it. And I'm telling you, it doesn't mean fire. And that guy was so mad. And I was like, what are you going to do?
No.
And I don't even know who's to blame on that. Was it the tattoo artist? Maybe the tattoo artist didn't even know, right? I mean, I don't know. So,
Maybe, yeah. Most people just have a picture and they just take it and they're like, I want this.
so this is interesting. Keeping the model's pose in the flowing shape of liquid dress unchanged. Change the clothing material from silver metal to completely transparent clear water or glass. Through the liquid water, the model's skin details are visible. Lighting changes from reflection to refraction. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I
Okay.
mean, sure, it did it. So it looks like on this one here, change the word in the red highlighted area to a blue italic. It did it. It changed it from that to that. So what you can do is use, your preview or your Microsoft Paint or whatever you have here, and just kind of do a quick little highlight, and then it's going to share. You're giving it that direction, and it's going to be able to see that for you. And then if you're using products, if you're using this for that, this is what's great is you can generate a best-selling product display image in a modern e-commerce platform style. This example is today's hot sale, main product in the middle of the image, price $9.99 below it, overall background with a vertical gradient transitioning from orange pink to light purple blue. And it did that. So this was what their product was, pure handmade honey. I feel like that's a stretch. I feel like it's like bee made, but that's fine. Um,
Handmade.
yeah, apparently they're just over there
Little
like, I
tiny
need
bee
honey.
hands.
Yep, little. I guess they have tiny hands. Yeah, do it that way. But this is great because look at this. Now you've got this easy to use one prompt. Slap this on your website. Slap this on your social media, and you can use it straight away, right? And this is absolutely an upgrade over Seedream 4.0. So in addition to that, you can do poster layouts and now logo designs. And I mean, look at this minimal art. This is, you can use that. That looks cute. And
Oh
then,
yeah, I like
this is
that.
obviously one for a parfum experience. This here, there's some more different ones here. So it's getting a lot better at like kind of these vector shapes and different things like that.
Yeah.
This would be kind of, yeah, for like, personal trainer or something like that, maybe a gym. And this is a full process cafe design tool for entrepreneurs and designers. This is saying it covers the needs, including the store layout, functional zoning, decoration style, equipment selection, customer group adaptation, supporting integrated planning of commercial attributes and aesthetic design suitable as a promotional image for a cafe design SaaS product, 16 by 9. So, okay, interesting, right? Interesting.
It did that. It did
It
it.
did that. And just like Nana Banana is able to do, you can take multiple images and edit it so it'll accurately identify the target elements across multiple input images. And this will again enable controllable and consistent multi-image generation. So we can take all 8 of these, and it says fairy book cover, little girl and the fox standing. Da, da, da. So it's saying use all of these elements and then gave an overall style. You guys can read this here, pause it if you need to. If you're not watching it live, you're watching it live. Haha. I'm just kidding. Hopefully you've read it. But then you can see it literally took all this. So here's the little girl, here's the fox, here's the flowers, here's this kind of,
Like
I don't know,
this.
ethereal, like little light bugs things with a
Yeah.
little butterfly. I don't see the butterfly. It added the butterfly. That's fine though. We got the trees somewhere. I don't know if it really added the trees. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
got the
seeing the
cabin. The
tree.
cabin is pretty much verbatim. It took the frame of the book. I see the moon. So really, 7 of the 8 photos have been integrated into this one in what I would consider to be, I don't know, almost flawlessly, in my opinion. I mean, would you agree, disagree?
Flawlessly, probably disagree just a little bit because it did leave some stuff out, but it did, actually did a very good job as a first iteration of this book cover. I really like what it did. and to incorporate the elements that it did incorporate.
Well, I mean, besides the trees, obviously I already said I didn't do the trees, but I said out of the 7 that it did get, I think that it incorporated those 7 really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, and it, you know, we've even got over here, it did do its own thing with the fox and the little thing. I don't like how every time I go over here, it does a little dance. I
Yeah.
guess we can make it fun. If you guys were annoyed too, we can turn it into that. And I don't know what this bot. Oh, this is the next one. Okay.
This is the next one.
So this is kind of fun because it's saying, take all these different modern designs based on this banner, create 6 different posters, maintain the same style and elements, and the layout can be 1-to-1, 2-to-3, 4-to-3, 16:9, 1-to-2, 16:9, respectfully. So instead of going into, say, Photoshop or Canva or doing whatever, this is amazing because this is the opposite of what Nano Banana, right, is what, like we just saw, like let's use up
Right.
to 8 images, put them all together. Now we can say, hey, I need this for Pinterest. I need this for Instagram. I need this for Facebook. I need this for YouTube. And I need this for TikTok. And basically, if you know the aspect ratios, you can use them right away and just prompt this, and bada bing, bada boom, look at this beautiful thing. And then you're using them right away in your social media platform of choice. So
Right.
that's a huge time saver right there. It's a huge time saver. This is refer to creativity of the input here. Let's check this out here. So this one here seems to
Oh.
actually know the difference. So we have this little scene inside the basketball, tennis ball, golf ball, volleyball, soccer ball, and it says refer to the creativity of the input image, generate 4 separate, and they even misspelled images. They said images for soccer, volleyball, golf, tennis. And it did a really great job with these miniatures. And I think it captured the inside of them well. I would have liked, I kind of like what it did with the volleyball one by
Yeah.
making it have the beach aesthetic. But I will say on the other 3, it did copy what the basketball one was, which was inputted. That was the input. So
Yeah.
that makes sense, which makes the volleyball one kind of the outlier. But I do really like that.
I like that one personally. I think that added a lot to that.
So yeah, can you imagine having kind of like, I don't know, an out of focus basketball court or an out of focus tennis court, or I don't know, somebody
Some
hitting
golf
somebody with a golf
greens.
court. Oh yeah, that's what I you know, and again, like a pitch, you know, for a soccer pitch, I think would be nice.
I
And
think that would
then
be really
what do we got
cool.
here? It looks like this man's about to abuse this tiger. I hope the tiger comes back and kills him. I'm just kidding.
Oh
This is a famous
no.
painting. So let's see here.
He
Generate other
riding it?
styles of this picture: oil painting, green mountains, water style, watercoloring painting, ink painting style. And so we've kept the aesthetic. I think it did decent on here. Obviously, kind of modernized it a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's cool. And then what are we doing here? This is, yeah, take all 6 of these guys and put them in there. I see them all in there. It did change his hat from backwards to forwards a little bit there.
Cleaned his
We also
ass
have
up.
his shadow. He's kind of turned around and he went from a righty to a lefty. So, you know, there's some small details on that where you'd like it to be. And this is the opposite. This person went from a lefty to a righty using the magnifying glass.
Yeah.
I don't really know what they're looking at now. It's got the cat though. That's a win. We brought the cat over, so that's a win in my opinion, folks. If you're
Cat
gonna forget
spot on.
some, don't forget that. And then, is the fox in a wheelchair?
That's what I
No,
was trying to
no. Okay,
surmise
so it just
there.
decided that this poor lady fox is a cripple now. This little lady geisha fox. This, might I say, foxy geisha.
Oh my gosh.
With human hands. Oh, what the? Oh, she really
It's
does have human hands. Okay, that's just now kind of a little unsettling.
it's always the human
So it
hands.
says, you know, precisely reproduced. So is it precisely? Again, I think that it's important to notate that the dominant hand changed. I think that the little bear chipmunk with the also human hands for whatever reason. This is unsettling.
Everybody has
That
human
one's a great
hands.
one, but to me, I would want to prompt further, keep the orientation or give them some direction on what to do, things like that. But this is still quite good, right? So
Right.
let's look at a little bit of the internal benchmarks here. So they're saying from Seedream 4 to Seedream 4.5, here is the growth in all these different areas: structure, alignment, overall, text, etc. On the left, this is in your text to image radar chart, and then you have the single image editing radar chart, which is what we've just been going over. So the first one was, of course, image generation, and then the second one is kind of that nano banana editing. And so you can see the multi-edit is really where there's been a ton of growth. And really, there's been obviously growth in all the areas, but as far as there's been slightly better metrics and consistency. There was a big growth in correction, large growth in text CN. These, again, this is model over model, so take that with a grain of salt. But this is where it can really shine, where it is, in my opinion. I think Seedream is already one of the most realistic models. So in my opinion, where Nano Banana kind of has at the moment, again, this could change in 2 weeks. They drop Nano Banana, 17 on us, and we're off to the races again. But Seedream to me always looks a little bit more polished, a little bit more realistic. Like, I buy this here and it looks really real. Look at this edit. Keep the composition and the lighting direction unchanged. Replace the pine bonsai on the right with a minimalistic dried branch arrangement, leafless twigs. Crucial. The shadow on the wall must change to match the shape of the dried branches. Check this out.
Oh,
That's
so good.
amazing. To me, this still looks hyper realistic. This is the quality that I've come to expect from Seedream as a image generation model. But now we're also able to get these edits and keep that quality, which that's where, in my opinion, Nano Banana, like when you start doing the edits, sometimes it looks a little less real. I don't know, what you guys have played with or, whatnot, but that's kind of been where I've been at. This one here is nighttime outdoor photo shoot. A young man stands inside the public phone booth. Now you know that's old. Holding a blue
Yeah.
phone receiver to his ear. One hand is casually tucked into his pocket, and he strikes a relaxed pose. Wears a t-shirt with a pattern. Yada yada. To me, this looks really nice. You can see the glass in front of him. This person here is living what would probably be my nightmare. Um, I would say
Currently my
that
room.
either he is very small or those post-its get very large. So I would look at, to me, the scale looks a little off on that one to me. This is really cool though. Look at this. It does it on a like a Polaroid. Yeah. Handhelds for black and white Polaroid style photos of portrait against black and white background. To me, that's just so cool.
Yeah.
The watercolor is great. So if this is to me, so we've been using kind of more photorealistic ones in our AI visuals for audiobooks class. But stereotypically, what you see are these kind of watercolors, and it's actually more difficult sometimes to do because it's tougher to pick out each element because of the water painting sort of element. But I love this. The 5 shimmering goldfish weave through the crevices between stones for our red and white, while one is white and silver. By the pond's edge, a golden shaded British short haired cat. This is getting hella specific.
Yeah,
Um,
real detailed.
and again, I think this is really good. The only thing that I'm noticing is maybe that white. It did the fish correctly, except that white one looks like it might be like partly out of the water, you know.
Yeah.
But this is cool because it has the font here. So this is what's great is check this out. If you put it in quotations, it says in a large dark gray font, put conference subject, and then below it in a smaller font, put this, a major breakthrough, da, 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 da. Check this out. This is new for image generation models. And this to me is what makes this kind of a game changer, is if we're able to get with consistency text on our images, that's a win. We can use this for so much more stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it the end of the world if we have to bring it in Canva, if we have to bring it in Photoshop, or we have to bring it in something of the like? No, it's not the end of the world, but it's definitely going to save time if we can have something like this already in there, right?
Yeah, text has
So
been such a like big deal like over the models, like trying to get it to say something, and now it's just like this is really like just up the quality that you can do. It's amazing.
exactly. Let's play a little bit here. What should we make? So let's look at this. We're gonna look at this model real quick here. This is the real cheap model. This is the really approachable model that she was talking about. Hang on, 1.5. Here's what's interesting. I would like you to look at this. So we're not affiliated with OpenArt in any way. We happen to be using it as our wrapper aggregator for our image and video models. But really and truly, so we have 580p, 720p. It only will give you 16:9 or 9:16. So there are some limitations there. But here's what I would like to show you in this aggregator. Right now, they're having some holiday special. You can get the 580p for 100 credits. You can get the 720p for 150 credits.
Are we
That's
supposed to be able to
not.
see that on the screen? Because it's still showing
Oh,
up.
it didn't switch
Okay.
over with me. Hold on, folks. Nobody panic. I'm gonna.
Everybody panic.
Oh, everybody panic. I mean, hold on. I picked the wrong thing. It says, "You would you like to invite guests to the studio?" I would not. In fact, let's see here. Okay, here we go. You guys see that? Let me see here. I'm gonna add it to the stage. There it is, folks.
There we go.
Nobody
Yep.
panic. There it is. So again, this is open art, like I was talking about. So we have 580p, we have 720p. There's only cinema and portrait. There's only 16:9 and 9:16. So there's not like a ton of options with this. It says we can add audio. That's interesting. It says we can add voice. I'm just gonna have it add audio and see why not. It ups it by 10 credits. Ugh. But here's what I want to show you guys is depending where you get something really affects the cost of it. So we discovered that for a 4 to 5 second generation, if you go through their website, it costs about 10 cents. But here, you can actually get Kling for the same. Oh no, that's 200 credits. Here, hold on. Which one is it? Is it Kling 2.5? Yeah, you can get Kling 2.5 for the same amount, and this is going to be, I believe, natively 720p is the lowest it goes in. So it's actually much more expensive to use. Hang on here than it is in their own website. So it's important to go, okay, this may not be the best use of your money here, but we're still going to play with it. We still going to play with it. We'll add audio. Let's see. We can see exactly what the audio should be, but I'm just gonna let it pick. Do you have something you want to see? Do you want to have something you want to see, Bree?
How about a woman dancing through a field?
A woman dancing through a field. Do we want to give it a little bit more than that?
You're like, okay, so what I'm
What
picturing is
kind
the
of
Sound
woman?
of Music. So it's like
Okay.
Julie Andrews dancing, twirling through the field in a blue dress.
Okay. Okay. We got a
Wildflowers.
woman. Oops. Let's see here. A woman in a blue dress dancing through the field of flowers on a hilltop with mountains Mountains in the background. She does a spin and opens her arms, looking at the camera. Looking at the camera and begins singing. All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
So let's see how long this takes to go here. We'll see.
This is actually a good test of how long it takes, because Clean had us sitting there for, what was it, 18 minutes?
8 minutes, but that was for the 01 model. That is their multimodal model, and that was the very first of its kind on the market. Kling 2.6 took, I think it was 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Yeah, the multimodal model took forever, and then when it did pop up, well, we may have to show everybody that one again, because it was just a lot of fun. It was just a lot of fun. That's what that was. And so if this doesn't work, so while this is going on, it can cook. It can cook over here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to image, and I'm going to go over to create image now, and check it out. It's it actually started on Seedream, and I want to make.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do a prompt of our same one here. 30 credits, nice and cheap. It's going to give me 2, so I'm going to have that one start there. And if we want to, again, look at the difference here. So they used 8 on their website. You can drag and drop up to 14 backgrounds, characters, or items and combine them. And then you can actually do, so this is the image guidance right here. And you can actually tell it how you want it to do it there. And then you can do, it's gonna defaultly do 4:3 apparently. There's a lot more options on here, 2K or 4K. I'm going to do 2 more here. Let me see here what this looks like. So not bad. It's got us mid twirl. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, because it's not a video. I mean, that's not bad. The second one,
not blue.
The second one is interesting. I like that one better. So here we go. 16:9. We get way more cinematic. I mean, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think I like her dress better in that one. Oh, there's no blue dress.
That's what I was saying. The dress is not blue.
Did I take that out of there? Did I fail?
No,
let me look
you
at my
just
prompt.
copy and paste it.
Let me see here. It's not there.
The blue dress is not there.
So, okay, hold on. A woman. Somehow I did that anyway. A woman in a blue. I wonder why that disappeared. A blue dress in a field of flowers on a hilltop. Okay, let's try that. Well, that's why. It was my fault. Somehow I got rid of it.
Every color but blue.
Yeah. Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn. Hey, we got our dress back. It must have heard me. What kind of shoes are those? I don't even know. I like that it has the motion blur, though, because we absolutely get that she's twirling, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I see blue.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Not bad.
It's even looking like old school, like Sound of Music dress.
Right? Oh, here we go again. A little. That's pretty. I love the lighting in that. I think I enjoy this one more.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this for image to video. I don't want to use it for that. Can I use image to video with that model? I can. So there's my thing. I'm going to. It's still going over here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And no. Oh, interesting. Look, it'll only do. Really? I thought it said it would do image to video.
Yeah. It definitely said image to video. Am I tripping?
Interesting,
Yes,
interesting.
image to video and text to video.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
is what it says on its
Oh, I
website.
see. It's requiring a prompt. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, hold
That
on.
makes sense. I take back all the
Girl
bad things I said.
in a blue dress in a field of flowers. Okay, so now let's look at that. So we'll stay here. One is going to be completely from the prompt. The other one is from this. So it'll be really interesting what it does. But you know what? While it's still kicking it over here, doing it's taking its sweet time. Where is it? What I love about this is this is 2K. This is a nice large picture. We are going to get a nice video from this because it's high quality, and we teach you about that. We go, hey, you want to start with high quality. Oh, come on, for the love of donuts. There we go. You know what I think? I think when you go away from the page, it pauses. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Honestly.
Guess we'll just stay here. I wonder if that's why it took so darn long the other night.
Yeah, because we were flipping back and forth.
Yeah,
But
maybe that's what it's
that
going on.
should it doesn't seem like that should affect it, but
I
why
know.
not?
Yeah, I agree.
Who am I to say?
I don't know. But no, it said like 500 and something seconds. So it definitely took that long. So we're kicking it. We're at 2.5 minutes as of now on that first one. We're just hitting about 50 seconds on that second one. Bear with us as we get you this example. We know that you're on the edge of your seat. I know it. I believe in
The
you guys.
absolute edge
And
of your
then we're
seat.
adding audio. I mean, this is going to be riveting. So it'll be really interesting. Hopefully, we'll see what
This is the
happens here.
content you've come for.
This is it. This is it.
This is the
And notice
promise
that
of the
it doesn't
premise.
give you an option for length. So it'll be really interesting what it picks. Is the
Yeah.
reason it's more expensive because it automatically does an 8 or 10 second version? Or is it cost that much for just a 5 second version, right?
The five
To
second
me, if that's
version.
the 5 second version, this is way too expensive on this aggregator, and I would go directly to the source. You may try
Yep.
some of the other aggregators again, Higgsfield, Free Pick, Adobe, Artlist, all the different ones on the market. And then here's another thing I'm noticing is so far this is kind of a slower model, even though it's lightweight. It's kind of slow.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pushing 4 minutes now. So I mean, it's not a short wait.
It's not a short wait. And I
Not a
wonder
short.
if you go through the mother site, if you go through the mother site, I'm going to stick with it. If it does a quicker job, or does Open Art have to like pull it from there, and maybe that's the lag? I'm not sure.
Sure. I mean, there might be a slight delay, but I mean, usually API calls are pretty quick. Um, API calls are usually pretty quick, which is what they're doing, right? They're API calling it. They've gotten permission. They've got the API hooked up, and they're an aggregator. Like I said, they're a wrapper for those different APIs, and that's how they do it. We're paying for not just the service, but we're paying for them putting all this stuff together in one place for us, and that's what that cost is. So we're not just paying for credits; we're paying for the convenience of having them all in the same spot. I will
Okay,
say this
Open
is
Art.
pretty slow.
Yeah, this is just about as slow as the Clean was.
Cling 01, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, we're
And
not
Clean
quite there.
01
We're
was
a
doing
couple
the
of hundred
most.
seconds there. We're a couple of hundred seconds away for now. But to me, I mean, again, if you're using an aggregator and if this costs around the same using that, depending what it's going to give out, it maxes out at 720p. Again, it's going to be really interesting. If it pops out a 10-second clip at this price point, okay, I'm here for that. If this is 4 or 5 seconds long, it's taking this long to do. I just don't think that I can recommend it through this aggregator, which is why you'd want to try it through their personal site Or again, download it using like Hugging Face, a comfy UI, so you can just generate it till your heart's content on your own system. And that's where the real power of this is, like Bree was talking about earlier. But I mean, we're still just cruising. Here we are, folks. You get to see the paint dry with us, and it's just
This is
drying.
it.
I
This
mean,
is
at
the
this point, I don't,
reality of video jams. This
right?
is
The
this is
reality
the
of video
hard
jam
truth.
clashing with American "I want it now" culture.
Exactly. Exactly. Not great.
I
Not
feel like
great.
Veruca from Willy Wonka. I want it now, Daddy.
No.
You heard him, Wonka. How much for the golden goose? It's not for sale.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I definitely would have tried something in that factory. I was
In
so
what?
bad at following rules.
Right?
I would have been one of those kids that would have tried something in the factory. Like I would have definitely been like the big blueberry girl.
You would have been the blueberry girl.
Yeah.
See, if I'm gonna do it, I'm not. I would have been the Swedish kid that falls into the chocolate river.
Oh,
That would have been
yeah.
me. I don't want to shrink, so it would not have been Mike TV. That would not have been
No.
me.
Mm-mm.
Honestly, if I'm gonna go, it's not gonna be because of blueberries. Let me tell you.
Is it that blueberry?
You know what I mean?
I don't know. The soda might have got me too. I might have been up
The
there
soda
feeling
or the
like the
fizzy lifting
soda.
drinks.
Yeah.
I am a soda tier. I hear you. I'm quite the consumer of exquisite soda. So that one might have got me too. Although when they said lifting drinks, I don't know if I would have liked that. Yeah, I think the Chocolate River, I would have been the first one gone. They would have got me right away. I'm
Yeah.
like,
That
this is where I
that
stay
was the
right here.
beginning.
Like everything's edible. This is mine. This is my happy place now. But I would
Eat
have made it through straight
everything.
away. I wouldn't have been stuck in the little pipe,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
You're
because I'm
skinny
not.
mini.
Yeah, I'm smaller than him. Um, I don't know how else to say it. I'm not.
What
It was
happened to
made
the
in the
girl that was
70s.
that did the gum?
That's the blueberry.
That's the blueberry? I thought that was
Yeah,
like the
Violet.
entitled girl.
No. Veruca was the golden goose. She fell
You're right.
through. She was a bad egg.
Yeah, you're right.
Man,
Yeah, it was blueberry gum.
um we've officially hit 01 length. So this is just
Yeah.
taking forever. I just don't know. While we're waiting for this, folks, let's check out what we waited so long last time for. And this was a post-apocalyptic scene that I'm helping a friend out for his film. And I decided, I said, let's take a photo of Bree and let's add it to this post-apocalyptic scene, like she's kind of like Godzilla, kind of rooting around. And this is what it gave us. You're welcome.
This is
Look at that. Boom.
been
And then
haunting my this has been haunting my nightmares.
this is in your nightmares. I like that it
Yeah.
stepped up on the bridge. I just don't know why your big toe shoots out an explosion.
Yeah, I was like, is it the top of something that is it? No, it's my naturally equipped rocket launchers.
Yeah, and this like emo look that you start giving the camera, you're like, yeah, you know, and then like this weird Florida State shirt, but then it has like
Yeah,
as the title. It didn't get the font, the type correct.
this is what we were talking about with the type. Now we're
Exactly.
back.
Exactly. Yeah,
We were
exactly. See,
talking.
folks, Seedream did that better.
That's
We
right.
now longer than Klingo 1, and weirdly, the one from the image got done before the one with our image,
Yeah.
our text prompt. Ladies and gentlemen, I implore you. Let's see what it does here. No. Okay. What is it? So it is only 5 seconds, and oddly, it has 2 scenes, and I don't think the girls are the same.
No, I don't think they are.
So that second girl looks slightly Asian to me, and the first girl, I don't know what she is. I don't know if they're the same girl though.
I don't know.
So I
Can't
don't
quite
think
tell. Different dress though. Different blue dress.
Yeah,
Slightly different girl.
Slightly different blue dress, slightly different girl. Yeah, and to me, here's the prompt right here. Girl in a blue dress and filled with flowers on a hilltop with mountains in the background. She does a spin and opens her arms, looking at the camera, and begins singing. Nowhere in here did I say I need or want a new scene. So,
Yeah, so it's just like
okay,
whatever.
okay. And then here is the text one. It's finally done. That's definitely a blue dress. I see
the blue
very
dress.
blue. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
We're gonna mute that. This looks like a girlfriend got drunk at a party in the middle of the mountains and decided to do some interpretive dance, but I'm kind of here for it.
This is so much closer than the image one. Though, in my opinion, backgrounds have been fantastic. Let me just preface by saying that I really like the flowers on all three, I guess, iterations of this little short video clip. I feel like the mountains are great, the flowers and everything. I feel like this one got closer to the image that we were going for, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at the scenery, just by itself, I think it looks pretty real, pretty realistic. And then she looks good. Like, does she look perfect? No, but she looks good. And the physics are, I think, mostly good. Her hair seems to be kind of bouncing in the right places and waving in the right places for what her body is doing. The dress mostly, I mean, that's pretty difficult with the wind. I mean, what it's doing there, and I see very little hallucination. I mean, even to the fact, I mean, this is pretty surprising. I feel like got other things correct too, like some of the physics of So interesting. I mean, I don't want to wait 600 seconds for that, but cool. And also, I think the sound was absolutely atrocious.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was.
Music maker is what I've gathered. You're not gonna want to make music.
Yeah, so I would not use it as your sound generator, right? But yeah, so that is that's Seedream, excuse me, 4.5. And what was it? Hagen or whatever it was? Not Hagen.
HunyuanVideo
1.5. So that's those at a glance today. Hopefully you found that valuable and can use that to make an informed decision now, where you can kind of look at both of these, look at the different metrics that we presented, play around with it yourself, but make, at the end of the day, maybe this saved you some time or made you interested in a certain model, or said, hey, I think I'm going to skip that one. Thanks so much for doing that, so I don't have to. But whatever it is, we really appreciate you coming here and watching the 1111 Media Creator Academy. We will be back here next Wednesday. We already have some thoughts on the next show. If you would like to see anything specific ever, please let us know in the comments. We'd love to know. Like this, and, pump it up in the algorithm if you thought it was good. Subscribe if you're bored and you want to see more of these. And we'll see you next time on 1111 Media Creator Academy YouTube. Goodbye from Ben Richardson.
Goodbye from Bree Bolton.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much.